Hello everybody, this is Fusion here and welcome back to Real Racing 3. Yeah, this video is gonna be, slightly different from the others that I usually do. As you can see here, I have failed the Gauntlet Season 4 in Real Racing 3. Yes, sorry, this season of the Gauntlet has ended. Yep. So I completed 100 challenges, I won 25 boss challenges, I went through 15 total attempts, and I reached 25, which was the first of this challenge reach. So Gauntlet Season 4, possibly the worst of the other three gauntlets we've already had, because the thing is that this gauntlet has insufficient tickets. You just don't have enough tickets to get enough points. They just didn't put enough tickets in this one. And that's what cost me. I mean, the main thing that cost me in this gauntlet was the insufficient tickets. They just couldn't put out enough tickets for me, and that's what cost me. Because I had to go back many different times, and that cost me. So, yeah, I did everything I could to win this car, but all they put in was 15 tickets, and that's what cost me. So, yeah. So guys, come on, EA. You failed Gauntlet Season 4 for me, because the car, the upgrades are super expensive and they take forever. In fact, I'm going to be talking about the car up next. So, Real Racing 3, the Gauntlet Season 4, needs to be fixed up. You need to put in more tickets for us failures like me, who can't complete most of these challenges because of how hard they are, and because of how weak our car is, how weak the car is. Or if you could at least make the upgrades cheaper, like you did back in the old days, then we could upgrade our cars for a cheaper price, and faster too. Yeah, the Gauntlet Season 4, and this is the first time I failed a special event since Federated Auto Parts 400. I mean, Federated Auto Parts 400 was back in September 2015, and ever since that special event, all the special events after that, I was able to complete them. And now, Gauntlet Season 4, I fail it. So it's been 11 special events since then, and here I failed it. So the streak is ended. The streak ends at 11. Probably the longest streak ever. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, that depends. But yeah, so yeah, Gauntlet Season 4, bottom line, you need to put in more tickets. Not just 15, put in about 30 or something. So that's it. So that's all for the Gauntlet Season 4. Now, second of all, the car. The prize car is way too expensive. And how convenient, I need to download some megabytes. Oh wait, no I don't. So let me go over to the car, the prize car. Alright. Here we go. This is Richard Petty's, or not Richard Petty's, but Eric Unrolla's throwback Richard Petty tribute Ford Fusion NASCAR 2016. Look at the price. $3 million. No one is gonna pay $3 million for a NASCAR. No one. I mean, not a modern NASCAR, like the modern day Sprint Cup the modern day Sprint Cup NASCARs, you know what I'm saying? These things, no one's gonna pay $3 million for it. No matter how special it is, no one is gonna pay $3 million for it. Because the realistic price for a NASCAR Sprint Cup car today is $500,000, not $3 million. No matter how special the car is, it's gonna cost $500,000. That's the realistic price for the modern day NASCAR Sprint Cup cars. But let me tell you, if you put Richard Petty's Dodge Charger Daytona, like the one that Richard Petty won 200 wins in, not 200, but most of them anyway. Now that is a car that is worth $3 million. Not this modern day pile of junk. Look, the performance rating is 44.1, so it can't even compete with the other NASCARs. So this car, probably the worst car to buy in the game. Yeah, it's just a terrible car to buy. Don't buy it. If your main goal is to beat the game like me, then you're gonna have to buy this car. You have no choice. But if you're a person like Real Racing Guru who's just gonna try to go as far as they can go and not bother to buy the cars, this car is definitely one that you're gonna want to skip. This is one. Now, let me compare this car to a car that's around the same performance. Well, it's basically exactly the same. If we go into Toyota, what we have here is the 2015 or 2016 Toyota Camry Sunoco. Now this, if you think about it, is basically the exact same car to the Ford Fusion, but this only costs $720,000, which is still a little more expensive to the realistic NASCAR, but it's not that much. Like, it only costs $200 and something thousand dollars. But there's one thing I want to get through your heads. Over at Electronic Arts, Fire Monkeys, the Sunoco Toyota Camry, and the Richard Petty's or Eric Almirola's Ford Fusion, whatever you want to call it, are both the exact same cars. They're both exactly the same. I mean, if you ignore the different body styles, underneath it, they're both exactly the same cars. Yeah, sorry for the noise in the background, but the main point is, they're both the same car. Both exactly the same. I mean, I know this one is a little bit down in performance rating, but if you upgrade it, both cars are exactly the same. Both of them. They're both the same cars. I mean, I'm not even going to bother to go back over there. Never mind. Just look at this one instead. This right here is oops, sorry about that, guys. I nearly made you fall on your faces. As I was saying, this car here is technically Eric Almirola's car. Well, it is, really. It is. It just is. So, I don't understand why Eric Almirola's Ford Fusion should cost so much money when Eric Almirola is just a fail in NASCAR. I honestly don't understand this. Like, what's the whole point of having it cost $3 million? I mean, I know it's a Richard Petty tribute, but no one's going to pay $3 million for it. And I'm sure many of you NASCAR enthusiasts like me will agree. So, this should probably be changed. I mean, like, not this, you know what I'm saying. Like, technically this. It should be changed. Okay? It's too expensive. The iPad, even the iPad is angry. The iPad doesn't even want to bother to look at it. And I'm sure you guys will understand. There we go. No one is just going to do it. I mean, maybe if they won this at an auction or something, I don't know. Someone probably wouldn't even want to bid on it at an auction. You'd see the realistic price of like $500,000, because that's what these modern day NASCARs cost. But if you got rid of this here and swapped it out for Richard Petty's Dodge Charger Daytona, with the one with the big wing, now that would be worth $3 million. That car right there would be worth $3 million. Not this modern day heap of junk. Anyways, guys, I think now you understand my feelings of this Gauntlet Season 4 and Richard Petty's, if Eric Almirola's Richard Petty tribute, SCP, NASCAR. And I'm sure many of you NASCAR enthusiasts like me will agree with the points that I've made in this video. That obviously Eric Almirola's Richard Petty tribute car is just way too expensive. It's just so expensive. No one is going to pay for it. I mean, people like me with this kind of money, no one is going to pay for it. Just no one. I mean, maybe if you're really rich, like Real Race Guru or Rayhan or some hacker, obviously it wouldn't matter because you have so much money. Why even bother try to win it in the Gauntlet Season 4? You could just buy it for $3 million and then upgrade it with all the money and stuff. I don't know. So I'm sure you guys are gonna have the same feelings that I've had. It's just all wrong. I mean, the car is too expensive. The Gauntlet Season 4 doesn't have enough tickets for failures like me. But I think that's about it. Yeah. Plus, the AIs in this game are just so bad. Like the main trick is at racing on Indianapolis. The AIs just get in the way. They jam on the brakes in the corners. It's like playing a Eutechnics NASCAR game. Well, I think that's enough of the rant. I'm sure you guys are gonna agree with it. Hope you have enjoyed it. And one more thing, if Electronic Arts or Fire Monkeys are watching this, get your stuff together, because this is all wrong. That's it, and I'll see you in the next one. In fact, there's a brand new Real Racing 3 update that came out today, so I'll be doing a video on that, and I'll see you then.